Hello everybody. I just got in the mail today a shipment from a viewer who purchased this rifle and a few other products and sent them to me to be tested and reviewed and then sent to him when I'm finished. And I cannot thank him enough for that. I am honored at the opportunity to do this, and I just want to say thank you. But this is also a great opportunity for me to show you what I do when I get a new rifle, a new pistol, any new air gun, any gun of any kind, airsoft, paintball, you know, this goes as far as real firearms, anything. This is what I believe you should do. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, I'm telling you what I do, you know. Please forgive the furnace, it's a little loud. But here we have a Stoeger air rifle, break barrel. It's a X20S2 synthetic 22 caliber. And I have not yet opened this box. So let's go about that. Normally I wouldn't do an unboxing, but I feel it's important in this case to show you everything I do. Okay, first thing we did was look at the box, and it doesn't look damaged in any way. It's not crushed or torn or anything, so it doesn't look like this got smashed around. Here we have our scope and some paperwork. Okay, now I have not yet touched this gun. The very first rule of firearm safety says treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Now, the second one says never point a weapon at anything you're not willing to shoot. Now, I know you can't see it, but that's my down range down here. I can shoot anything I want down here and it'll be fine. So I am assuming this rifle is loaded, and I suggest you do the same. So, following the rules of firearm safety, okay, now the first thing I want to do is the same thing I would do with any other arm in the world, and that is see if this is loaded. So, observing all of the rules of firearm safety here, I'm going to check this Springer and make sure it is not loaded. Okay, I've broken the barrel, and I can see down the barrel it is empty. There's nothing in the barrel. I can also feel resistance, so I know this weapon is not cocked. I'm satisfied this weapon is clear and safe to handle. Now, just to prove that, I am going to pull the trigger in the safe direction and nothing happens. Fantastic. Okay, now that I know that, I am very happy right off the bat to tell you that this is in fact what we were supposed to get. So that's a good thing. It's safe to handle, and I think we can continue. Now I'm gonna sit it on my little bag here, and I have some other things on the table as well. We'll get to that in a second. But okay. Ooh, there's the owner's manual And it's a doozy. It's a big one. Look at that. Now, I do suggest, no matter who you are, how long you've been air gunning or whatever it is you do, that you have a look at this. Because there can be some vital information that you need. So, do in fact have a look at the owner's manual before you start messing around. At least that's what I do. Good, adjusting the trigger. I know we'll be doing that, I'm sure. Cocking, loading, shooting, airgun maintenance, service and repairs. Yeah, basic safety information. No alcoholic beverages. Okay, the safety works by pushing into fire, back out, right here is safe. That is very important to know. You're going to want to know how the safety works before you start playing with it. Tells you how to adjust the sights, which this model doesn't have. How to adjust the trigger. There's a screw for second stage length. To reduce second stage length, turn screw clockwise. To increase stage length, turn counterclockwise. I guess that's our only adjustment, is second stage length. I do believe I'll be turning that screw the whole way in. Okay, it tells you how to cock it, how to load it, how to aim it. Here we are, maintenance. Barrels should be cleaned before storage or at least after 500 shots with a cleaning rod. Avoid brass brushes for rifling preservation. Or cleaning pellets can be fired as a real pellet. You can apply a drop of gun oil into the barrel. So, it does not want a brass brush in this barrel. It tells us that right off the bat. And who am I to argue? So we're not going to brass brush this bore. Brass brush the bore. But we are going to clean it before we shoot it. And after. I'll show you why. But every 1,000 shots, apply a drop of gun lube into the compression chamber. That's the little hole in this part, you know, right there. Every 1,000 shots, apply a drop. Single drop, huh? That's not much. Stock care, service, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, that's about it. There's nothing crazy going on with the manual. And as of right now, I'm not concerned about the scope yet. I'll take it out of the box. Leave this out of the box as well. Now I'm going to continue with my inspection of the rifle. I have some screwdrivers and some wrenches here, and I ain't taking anything apart. All I want to do is make sure everything is actually together. You know what I mean? Nothing's loose or fudged up. And this is a Phillips head for the stock screw. That's nice and tight. This one's a little bit loose. It's good though now. Okay. It's not bad. I'm not adjusting the trigger yet. I'm just making sure everything's tight here. Okay, that's fine. Can't get to there. Okay, now I'm going to cock this weapon and I'm going to clean the barrel first thing and then have a good look down it. Okay, that cocked well. I'm going to inspect my O-ring here while I'm holding this because I don't trust it yet. But yeah, my nail grabs. Feels like a good seal. Breech seal feels good. Okay, the barrel looks pretty clean, but we'll sand a patch down it just to be sure. You know what I noticed is something, they got a big banner on the suppressor there. But anyway, I've got a brass rod here and plastic jags. Then I've got some patches, and I'm just going to do a quick wipe down. I maybe should have prepared this in advance. Okay. Now I use this stuff called Weapon Shield. It's technically a CLP, cleaner, lubricant, and protectant, but it's really an LP, a lubricant and protectant. It's not much of a cleaner, but it is a fantastic lube, a fantastic protectant, and it's made right here in my hometown, and it's a synthetic, and I love it. So that's what I use. But you may use whatever it is you like. Okay. Run that back and forth a couple times. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that is dirty. See, brownish, blackish, dirty. Alrighty. Wipe off the excess. Now, I'm going to switch the jags here and then push the patch through. Like I said, I would do this to any rifle, any gun, meaning clean it and inspect it thoroughly before you do absolutely anything else at all with it. I was afraid these might be a little tight. See that? Factory brand new barrel. Very dirty. Have another look. It doesn't look bad at all. Not very deep rifling, but it's there. Doesn't look defective or anything like that. I don't know. Okay. Now I can tell you from looking straight down this barrel that the shroud, the silencer, is not perfectly in line, centered with the barrel. The barrel and shroud are not centered. The barrel is to one side of the shroud. Now it doesn't look like it would clip but I can't tell you that it won't. Not until we try it. But there's definitely more space on one side of the barrel than the other in the shroud. But anyway, I don't think that's a deal breaker. You know, I'm still comfortable firing a shot out of this, and I don't know how I'm going to film that, but I've got some Premier domes I'm going to run through it for break-in, and hopefully we don't have any issues with the misalignment between the barrel and shroud. But I'm going to finish just running a couple more patches through this barrel to clean the oil out, and then I don't know if I'll include it in this video or not, but maybe I'll record the first 100 shots with the rifle just to see what goes on. But if I were you, I would do some sort of cleaning and inspection and just general look over on any new weapon when you get it. I'm going to put the scope on. I'm not going to bore you with that, but this is more just to show you how I determine that this thing doesn't need like sent back immediately because it's broken, you know, something like that. And now I am going to fire it into the target with no sights on it just to make sure it works. And it's going to, actually I will keep this on for 1 second. I will keep the video rolling. Give me 1 moment, please. Sorry about that. But anyway, as is, I'm gonna run a pellet through it because it's more than likely gonna diesel due to the lube from being manufactured. Okay, the pellet does seed in with just my finger. But anyway, my target's down there and I'm just going to roughly shoot. Now I know I pushed the safety forward to fire. Boy, that's a long trigger. But surely worked. But see, that sooty nastiness is now in your barrel, you know? So I'm gonna clean that out. So hopefully I'll just keep running pellets through it down at the target down there. And when the smoke stops, then I'll finish the cleaning in the barrel, mount the scope if everything's okay, and continue on with the adventure. But so far so good. I can tell you right now, I'm a little impressed with the shooting characteristics of this rifle. It's very quick and sharp. I don't know if it'll stay that way, but the trigger is very long. I don't know if I'll be able to adjust that out just with the factory screw or what. Yeah, you pull that thing all year. But I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching. Just